Well, we get a new look at the man on the mound, and that is Trevor Harrison, just 19 years of age, and grew up a fan of the Tampa Bay Rays. 3-2, and he walked it. So 2 out and man aboard. And we'll get another look again at Christian Campbell.
Drives this one to right center field, high, deep, and gone. A 2-run home run for Christian Campbell. And the Red Sox prospects take a 2-0 lead here in the third.
Guy who they really look at as exemplary of their hitting philosophies. Brought him in, got him in the system.
There might be still another gear for him to hit. The question is, does he play second? Does he play short? Does he play the outfield?
To right field into the corner. And that one's gone up onto the deck. So Campbell and Meyer go back-to-back, and the Red Sox lead 3-0.
And 2 of the big 3 make it 3-0 Red Sox.
Well, they share the same cars and they hit the same home runs.
It is Oscar Lira going to the mound to talk things over with his young stud on the hill.
I think just to settle him down, like, look, like, shake that off. Let's go after these next 2 guys.
So now Homer Bush Jr. field. Kind of with the spotlight. Going to trickle through. And Petre will score the tying run. All the way to third base goes Piper as Homer Bush Jr. drives it in, and it's 3-3 tie. And there he goes. No throw. He was probably thrilled that they don't have a left-hander in there anymore. He took a flying start.
I don't know if it would have mattered.
In the air, shallow right center. Garcia with the catch. Heading to the plate as Piper. Rays take a 4-3 lead.
I mean, there's a lot of... Let's see what happens there. They're going to 4 for 4 on the stolen bases, turning into runs.
That's right. The Rays take a 5-3 lead. So the Rays utilizing their speed. The Rays have themselves a 2-run advantage.
Long fly ball. High, far, and over everything. Roman Anthony joins the party. His home run cuts the lead to 1. Anthony, Campbell, and Meyer all going deep tonight.
Just like they put on the brochure. Come for the breakout game, see home runs from the top 3 prospects. I mean, that thing was an absolute bomb.
Williams got a hold of one. Gone, and the Rays lead 7-5 as another top prospect in the game circles the bases.
Yeah, I mean, we have 4 of the top prospects, 4 of the top 12 prospects in baseball in this game. And what do? All 4 of them hit a home run. Roman Anthony, Christian Campbell, Marcelo Meyer for the Red Sox, Carson Williams for the Rays.
7-5 Rays as we go to the 9th. Then on the mound, we're going to see a guy that stands at 6'10", and Paul Gervais from LSU, part of that big team with Dylan Cruz and Paul Skeens and Trey Morgan. And we'll see Justin Gonzalez lead it off for the Red Sox. That is a called strike 3 as Gervais knocks out Gonzalez for 1 out. Hammered to left, but caught by Ledbetter. And Red Sox prospects down to the last out. He got him. Gervais ends the night. And the Rays, young fellas, beat the Red Sox prospects.
Marlins versus Cardinals, and we get our first look at Thomas White, the #1 prospect in the Marlins organization.
This guy, a 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Massachusetts. He's added a lot of velocity to what's already a very impressive repertoire.
And so JC just got frozen. There's your minor league pitcher of the year, Quinn Matthews. You see his numbers. This guy was unbelievable last season in 2024. 4 different stops, 202 strikeouts. Sanoja with a 1-hop liner. Weatherholt with his first chance will tire the second man for out number 2. Thomas White is just so impressive. You look back at his bio, what he was able to do, not just in the minors, but also in high school. The numbers are eye-popping. And he just wiped out Jimmy Crooks for his 2nd strikeout of the game. 1 up, 1 down in the 2nd. And here comes Leonardo Bernal.
Says a lot about this kid's work ethic. And
2-2.
his stuff is terrific.
And another strikeout. That's his 3rd of the game, matching his spring breakout total from last season. So De Los Santos is the first Marlins base runner. He walks off Quinn Matthews. Now, Agustin Ramirez will follow him up. Big swing and miss.
Breaking ball has been nice, and that should set up his fastball, which, as we said, is 93, 94. That's what the Cardinals like about this kid.
So now 2 aboard and 2 away with no score in the home half of the 2nd.
Pintar's got some pop. He hit 9 homers last year.
2-0, driven up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Church comes up with the throw. Davison streaking around third. A perfect peg to the plate. Nathan Church cuts down De Los Santos, and Quinn Matthews keeps his scoreless outing alive. Wow, what a play.
That was perfect. A missile up the middle. Church plays the perfect hop and throws an absolute missile to the plate to keep our game scoreless.
But yeah, these guys are throwing harder than ever. You know, we're training in different ways. We have so much more technology now, and you know, the game's ever evolving. You know, just like what I was talking about as far as, you know.
Man, that's a great play and right
nice
by
play.
Alderman. He made the catch and slammed into the fence. He held on. That was something.
Imagine we'll see Cerna on the move here. Stays put, 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Quinn Matthews, third strikeout. Tires Sanoja for a second time, and boy, everything he has runs. 1-1, Cerna on the run, pitch inside, Crooks down to second. It's a strike, and Jimmy Crooks controlling the run game. Quinn Matthews, 3 innings scoreless. We're headed to the fourth with no score. The Cardinals have a leadoff base runner to deal with at first. 3-1, driven to deep right. Baez moving back, twisting, turning, and he makes a phenomenal catch.
That was not an easy play. The wind is blowing in, and that ball was swirling, as was he. Managed to hang on and make a terrific play for the first out.
Runners first and second. Looks like they have brought in Andres Valor as the first pinch hitter. Remember, Kemp Alderman a few innings ago collided with the railing in foul territory, and a beautiful spinner to right. There's a hit. Runner getting waved home. It's cut off by Winquist, and a base hit for Valor in his first at-bat. Doubles the Marlins lead.
And Cardinals fans can't wait to see this young man stride in on opening day someday. Cooper Jerpy, terrific young talent, the 22nd overall pick in the 22 draft for the Cardinals.
He just pulled the string on Javier. That's strike number 3, and Cooper Jerpy checks in and checks Sanoja out. 3-2. Got him. Fastball high and tight, swing and miss. That's the second strikeout for Jerpy.
Give the Marlins leadoff man a clean single.
New hitter in for Miami. 2-2, and that was nasty stuff from Jerpy. That's his third strikeout of the game, the second out of the inning. Andrew Salas at the plate. 17 years of age. Salas is the youngest rostered player in MLB's Spring Breakout. 1-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Jerpy. Andrew Salas will get his second chance. Salas turns on one, high and deep to right. Suarez at the warning track, and it just died. 17, that's pretty real power against the wind. Almost got it up and over that right field wall to walk it off. One pitch or one hit, that could define this game. Pitch of importance, 3-2. Mack in the air to left. Levinson back at the warning track, and the ballpark will keep this one in. So this one's over. 3-3 your score, and what a game it was.
Justin Crawford will lead things off against Bubba Chandler, who's one of the top prospects in all of Major League Baseball. Hard-throwing right-hander. Chandler's numbers, 26 games in the minors last year, 148 strikeouts at 119 2/3.
Just absolutely blows that by, freezes Crawford.
A good spot. Aiden Miller getting a chance to bat here. Little dribbler to first. So he's over at first, and here is Saltabon.
Saltabon's a very talented kid. I mean, he's one of the more talented kids on this field, even with all these prospects from Hawaii.
That ball's hit well out to left center field. It's going to split the gap, and it's going to go to the wall. DeMartini's around third, heading home. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. An RBI double for Devin Saltabon, and the Phillies are up 1-0. Well, here is Arun Escobar, who last time he was in the batter's box, he hit one into the tiki bar.
The guy can play multiple positions.
That's hard.
That ball is scorched down the left field line. A one hop off the wall. He's going to get an RBI out of this one. It's back-to-back doubles, and it's 2-0. Nice segue with that, Cole. Luke might think about a different level after that swing.
Yeah, might be going to Double-A now. We'll figure out his position later. No, he'll be third base, second base. He's got good hands, good arm strength.
Bring him back.
Yep, there's going to be a lot of firsts of many in the next couple weeks and months for him. It's going to be exciting to watch.
Wow, what a play by Aiden Miller. That was unbelievable.
That was very Jimmy Rollins-esque right there. Made it look easy.
I mean, he got a lot on that throw. Here is Chang, who's the leadoff hitter.
The rehab process and keep mentally tough. And you're just waiting and waiting and waiting, because that's what he just said. Patience. You have to learn patience.
It's a 2-1 game. Justin Crawford, the hitter. Last year in this game, he singled, stole second, and scored out to left center field. Going back on it is Valdez. It's carrying well, and it's off the top of the wall. Bobbled by Valdez, and Crawford is around second. He's heading to third. It was dropped again. And that's going to wind up being an extra base hit.
And that was power to the opposite field on an off-speed pitch.
8th pitch. Outside, squirts away from Alfonso, and Crawford's going to glide home.
God, I think he only took like 6 steps.
He is long, boy. 3-1 Phillies that you've ever been around.
Probably the one stolen base that I actually have that he wanted to, he was yelling at me to steal.
Oh, Otto Kemp, what a play.
Wow, nice.
Way
nice
to
catch.
stay with it. Well, this is a really good play
That
by
was
Otto Kemp. Wilbur Dotel is the new pitcher for the Pirates. DeMartini hits one well out to left center field. It's gone.
Swing.
Opposite field home run for Carson DeMartini. And the Phillies take the lead. It's 4-3.
Get up.
Nice sliding play by De Los Santos. Oh, what a split at first base by Plaz.
Those were 2 good plays right there.
That was a really good play.
Farabusa came in for Tait.
And a lot of the guys, they kind of put me in the position to go to do it to him, because I think they wanted to see what would happen. And I burned his shoes. He was pissed.
Oh, man. Farabus, nice swing, just making contact here. There's ball 4, so that'll load the bases up.
Yeah, getting that last final out, that can sometimes be a tough one.
Yeah. 2, Combs ready to go. And a breaking ball, strike 3 called, and he's going to challenge it.
All right, challenge.
It is a strike.
Call is confirmed.
And the ball game is
Strike 3.
over. And the Phillies prospects have knocked off the Pirates prospects by a final score of 5-3.
A 1-out sacrifice, now 2 in scoring position and 2 down. We mentioned the top 3 prospects in the Astros lineup, or in their organization, in their lineup today, but this is number 4 right here. Yannick, number 28 overall pick in 2024. Ground ball up the middle, sliding play at shortstop for King, and Morales can't come up with it. A run will come in after they can't get the 3rd out. Goes down as an infield single, and now this is going to get down in right field. A line drive for a base hit. Kenny Gomez makes it 2-0, and Yannick goes to 3rd. So both of those walks come in to score.
Joseph Sullivan, the DH, now bats.
Hit the first home run of the Grapefruit League action for the Astros on the big league team this year.
And a swing and a liner the other way, a base hit off the bat of Sullivan. Yannick cruises in to second base, Kenny Gomez, and a string of 3 consecutive base hits for the Astros make it 3-0.
Pinckney's another one of those outfielders trying to find if he can be maybe that 4th outfielder in DC. Reached AAA last year. It's a 65 run tool on the 20/80 scale, 55 arm, 55 field.
And lifts a fly ball that's carrying out to deep left field, and this one is going to clear the wall. Flags blowing in that direction. He got it right up into that breeze, and it carries out for a solo home run.
Pinckney, not a ton of power last year, slugged .362 with 8 homers. Again, stands out more for that speed, but he can still find the barrel.
Elijah Green, another guy that is just booming with athleticism. His dad, 2 times a Pro Bowler. Eric, this one in the air out toward left center field, and a diving attempt, but out of the reach of Jacob Melton. This one's going to get down, get to the wall, and it's a 2-base hit for Elijah Green. So, and certainly not what you want to see at any point in time. Training staff coming out, and looks like Ulola is kind of motioning toward underneath that right armpit area. It's about as far as the speculation will go on our end, but he's walking off the mound, and certainly if we get any updates going forward, we will let you know. But back against the wall here, 3 balls and 1 strike to Lyle, and misses up and in. So we've seen a few free passes today. That's the 3rd of this inning, And it brings home the second run of the frame for the Nationals. It's now 3-2, and the base is still loaded for Brady House. And now House with a base hit into left field. And a little bobble out there is going to lead to a second run and an extra 90 feet for the remaining base runners. So Luis Baez in left overran it a little bit, and now the Nationals, taking full advantage of that, have taken the lead 4-3.
As Cam Smith comes up to hit.
He's been the story for the Astros all spring, and his push to maybe break spring training on the Major League roster.
Swing, and a line drive bouncing on the clay, getting into right field, a knock for Cam Smith. Stopping at third base is Jaworski, and the Astros have the bases loaded.
2 strikes, and just minimized the stride, minimized all the hand movement, all those things on a guy who throws 97 to 100 miles per hour.
Brings up Elijah Green, who doubled his first time up. Obviously, Cruz not in this game today, as Green sends a ball high and deep out toward left field, and one of our little youngsters almost made that catch. We got a fan for life out there on a 2-run home run for Elijah Green. New arm out there for Houston. Ethan Pecco.
He was the 2024 Astros minor league pitcher of the year with a 3.47 ERA, 125 strikeouts.
Swing and a miss. Pecco picks up the strikeout. Tries that outside part of the plate, but kept it a little bit more on the straight and narrow there. And the strikeout for Pecco. It's actually 5 consecutive strikeouts for Astros pitching. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Romero here. And he strikes out the side just like Neza did the last inning. 6 consecutive strikeouts for Astros pitcher. No extra innings. So could potentially end this game at 6-6. 0-2 from Schumann. And a strikeout to end it. Handshakes and high fives all around. And again, it was a game that started with maybe not the most crisp pitching that led to some walks and some base runners, some key hits, but things really settled in a game that, again, looked like it might have been in the 20s for runs. Finishes 6-6 on a really fun afternoon.
It's a matchup of the best prospects from the San Diego Padres organization against the most promising young players from the athletic system.
And on the mound, the hard-throwing right-hander, Braden Nett. And this is a pretty fun environment for these kids today. I know we were talking to some of them earlier. They had fun in the big league spring training games, but they've been looking forward to this matchup as well.
Quickly, 2 down for Braden Nett. No score, top of the first inning. Here's Colby Thomas. 1-1 hit high in the air, deep center. Roberts going back towards the warning track. He turns around, plays it off the fence. On his way to second is Thomas. He rounds second, heads for third. Carpathios picks it up, fires it in. It'll be a 2-out triple for Colby Thomas. Bangs it off the wall in straightaway center. He led the minors in extra base hits last year. Wouldn't you know it, his first at-bat today is a triple. So here's Denzel Clark. No score, top 1. Thomas on third base. 2-1. He has a breaking ball, grounded to third. Slowly, Verdugo charges in, throws to first, and not in time. Clark beats it out, infield single. Thomas scores from third, and the A's take a 1-0 lead here in the first.
Well, nothing you can do about that one. Verdugo charged, off-balance throw in time. This is just a demonstration of flat-out athleticism. Denzel Clark just outruns this one.
We go to the third here in Peoria. A's 1 and the Padres 0. Left-hander Boston Bateman takes the mound for San Diego, number 5 prospect in the Padres system. He'll face Tommy White to begin the inning for the A's. 2-1 hit high in the air into right. Carpathios going back, looking up, and it's gone. Tommy White, an opposite field home run. They called him Tommy Tanks in college, and here at the Spring Breakout, he hits one out. Solo home run to begin the top of the third. It's 2-0 A's. 2-0 A's. Back to the top of the lineup for Max Muncy. 2-2 hit high in the air into right again. Carpathios moving to it by the line, dives, and he can't make the catch. Rolls into the corner around second. Muncy on his way to third, and he gets there standing up with a triple. So 2 extra base hits to begin the outing. Now runners on first and third, 1 down. Cleanup man Denzel Clark coming up. 1-1. Ground ball, third base side. Verdugo picks it up, goes to second. There's one. Throw to first is low. Sanabria can't dig it out. Run comes in as Muncy scores. And it is a 3-0 A's lead.
1 down. Runners still on first and third. The batter will be the number 9 here, third baseman Tommy White, who homered in his first plate appearance. Throw to first base. It gets by Sanabria. Runner's going to score. Here comes a throw over to second base. That gets away. It's rolling into left field. The runner's not going to advance, though, but on the wild throw, The Athletics now have a 4-0 lead. He'll put it down as an error on the pitcher Castro.
Cleanup man Jack Costello digs in. 1 out, nobody on. Padres searching for that elusive first hit. 1-1. Swinging a line drive into left, a base hit. Over to it is Perez, cuts it off. Costello a wide turnaround first base. He holds on there. And the first hit of the afternoon for the Padres, a 1-out single for Jack Costello.
Now let's see if the Padres can get on the board. Let the floodgates open, right, Sammy?
Absolutely. Hope so. Ethan Salas digs in. 0-2 on the way. Up and in. Salas either got hit or it hit the knob of the bat and stayed fair. Down the third baseline. Are you kidding me? Salas moved out of the way. It sounded like it hit the knob of his bat. It rolled fair. 90 feet up the third baseline, never went foul, and guess what? It's an infield single for the 18-year-old Ethan Salas. Padres trying to cash in. Runners on second and third, 2 down. Tyler Robertson, a 14th-round pick in 2022 out of Louisiana Lafayette. Swinging a line drive towards center, base hit. 1 run is in. Salas rounding third on his way home. Here comes the throw from center, not in time. Robertson runs for second. Throw there in time. Robertson thrown out. But a 2-run single for Tyler Robertson puts the Padres on the board. It's now 4-2 A's at the end of 7. A's 4, Padres 2. Top half of the 9th inning. Muncy on third base, 2 down. Payoff pitch on the way, and a ground ball to third. Tough play. Butterworth behind the bag. Low throw to first base, not in time. Perez beats it out. Muncy comes in to score. RBI infield single, and the A's do get an insurance run. It's now 5-2 here in the 9th inning. A's leading 5-2, bottom half of the 9th. Padres down to their final out. Here's Tyler Robertson. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. The shortstop, Kuroda Grauer, waiting for it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. The A's win it 5-2. They take this 2025 Spring Breakout game.
From Goodyear, Arizona, it's the Spring Breakout game. The top prospects between the Cleveland Guardians and the Seattle Mariners square off tonight here at Goodyear Ballpark. However you want to chop it up, these are 2 of the most stocked farm systems in baseball. Welbeing Francisca trying to give the Guardians the lead here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Exactly. Boy. Let's go. I'll tell you what, he dug that ball out. That looked like it was down in the strike zone, and he just dropped the barrel head of the bat and strokes it in the right. What a pretty swing.
Let's go, Rosie.
Drives in 2 runs.
Lozano with the walk, 2 on, 1 out. He's not hearing us. We're going to let him concentrate. Rafi Velasquez with 2 on. Oh, is it going to drop in? You betcha. Coming around third. Francisco will score. On his way to third is Pizzana. Rafi Velasquez delivers with an RBI single to make it 3-0 on an 0-2 pitch. You got the 0-2. You had him right where you wanted him.
Yes, sir. Just stay inside the ball.
Yeah.
Adjust.
Angel Henao. Line drive, base hit, left center. Another run is in as Pizzana scores.
Well, they've done a nice job of going the other way with the baseball.
Looks like that might be it for Logan Evans.
It's the dude right here.
Oh, it's Lion Mode.
And this dude, let's talk about this dude too.
Start hitting the ball where we're at.
That wasn't the game plan, Cole. It wasn't the game plan.
You and Cole are about both 19 years old.
Yeah, he's rough.
Are you 19 still?
Yeah, bro.
Me too,
wow,
dude. That's sweet.
Yeah. Minors. That's field trip. Yeah. Yeah, let's get a flick after the game. I'll
For
go
sure.
see the fam.
Got you, Colt.
And Jared Sundstrom is the batter. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is swatted a mile high indeed. Jared Sundstrom onto the berm. He clears the bullpen with a 2-run home run.
So Jared Sundstrom gets the Mariners on the board with a 2-out, 2-run homer. And it's now a 4-2 ball game. We're going to get a look at a real rarity in baseball. Girangelo Sinjay, he is a switch pitcher. So he has to declare each batter? Yep.
Oh, before the batter comes, okay.
So we just had one of those situations. Angel Henao, he's a switch hitter, so he comes up, and the umpire said, you have to declare. So he said, I'm going to go right side, and that gave Henao the decision, and it's a pretty easy one. Well, if he's going to go right side, I'll bet left-handed.
Absolutely.
There's a ground ball to second. This could be 2.
No,
He throws it away. And Rafi Velasquez up. He'll go to third. Henao on his way to second.
Here's Engel with runners at second and third. Infield in.
Oh, boy. Line drive left center field. That'll get down. That'll score at least 1. Velasquez scores. Henao stops at third. And an RBI single for Cooper Engel, his second hit of the night. 1 on, 1 out. Ty Pete, who's 2 for 2. That is hit high and deep and gone. So Ty Pete is having himself a breakout night.
Yes, he is.
3 for 3, and now a 2-run homer.
And I'll tell you what, he hit a breaking ball and just put a beautiful swing on it. And that was no doubt. Both of their homers today, no doubters.
Runner goes at first base. Ball gets away.
Oh, boy. And
coming
he's
home from
score.
third, and an easy run will score. Almost got his feet tangled, throws it away, and coming home to score is Lampy. So 2 on, 2 out. Back to the top of the order, Michael Rojo. Line drive, well, that's trouble. That is belted up the alley in right center field. 1 run will score. Here comes a second. It's going to be a 2-out, 2-run triple for Michael Arroyo, and the Mariners draw to within 2. It's now 8-6. Humphreys is opening the door for the Mariners. Humphreys has walked the bases loaded for Humphreys, but he comes back and fires another one and gets a shallow pop-up.
And you see what happens? You throw strikes.
It drops. Throw to second, not in time.
Should have thrown the third.
They call him out at second base. He's going to the bullpen. You're looking at Magnus Ellert. Carlos Jimenez, the batter. Fly ball, left field. And that'll do it. The Guardians hang on for the win. 8-7 the final in the spring training breakout game here in Goodyear Ballpark, right down to the wire.
And that'll bring up Jack Caglione, 6'5", 250-pound slugger. He crushes one to left. Moving over is Waldschmidt. Coming in a step, makes the catch near the line. And Arizona threatening with 2 in scoring position and 2 outs in the first. And here is Ryan Waldschmidt, one of the Diamondbacks' 3 first-round picks. Bouncer through the right side, and that's a base hit. 2 runs are going to come home to score on the single from Ryan Waldschmidt. And Arizona leads 2-0 in the first. Checked up, and there's runners at the corners as Taylor Gentry will hit. Gentry, and excuse me, swing to right. Monticello coming in, can't make the play. It's a base hit. The throw to second, actually it's a force out as Caglione had to hold up, and then before he could get going, the fielder's choice, so that's out number 1, a run scored. Lou James Groover hits. Groover, center field, way back, Gonzalez to the fence, it's off the wall. Cruzada's on his way to third, he will score. Groover to third, he's safe with a triple, and it's 3-1 Arizona in the 5th. Here's Caticello, 1-1. Into right field, that'll fall for a base hit. An RBI single for Caticello. It's 4-1 D-backs in the 5th. Caticello will make third. Stolen base and an error. A little bit of a delayed steal there from the young outfielder. Broken bat to center. Gonzalez will make the catch, tagging Caticello. He will come home and score on the sacrifice fly. It's 5-1 Arizona in the 5th. Daniel Vasquez, leadoff man for Kansas City, 0 for 2. The top farm systems in baseball as Vasquez hits it inside the bag at first and down the line in the corner. It's going to be extra bases. Vasquez to second. He's heading to third, and the relay from Tommy Troy not in time. It's a triple to start the 6th for Daniel Vasquez.
With both of these organizations, when you've got shortstops entrenched at the major league level, Cags taps it up the middle.
That'll knock home a run, and Yatso Luis will throw him out. It's a 5-2 ball game. Well, this is what Royals fans dreamed of, a chance for Jack Caglione to turn this game around. Line to left and right at the left fielder, making the catch on the play. Rojas went to second. Here's Ruben Santana. He swings and skies one shallow right. Going to be a tough play. Caglione out, and he makes the catch. Well, the underrated aspect of Jack Caglione's game is his defense, and that was a sparkling play by the first baseman. Now the last chance for Kansas City, and walked his first trip. Bouncer to third, backhanded by Soler. Long throw to first, in time to get him, and the ball game is over. And it kept Caglione in the on-deck circle. An outstanding play for the young third baseman to end the ball game tonight as the Diamondbacks get 2 in the first, 3 in the 5th to beat Kansas City tonight 5-2 in the 2025 Spring Breakout game.
A beautiful day in Dunedin, Florida, as we get set for Spring Breakout Year 2, the 2025 edition, as the Blue Jays host the Minnesota Twins.
All of these players have the ability to make a play, grab the attention of rival scouts or their current teammates and coaches to make them possibly a star in the future.
Yeah, can't wait to see Jake Bloss in action. And we saw him traded over in the middle of the season to the Toronto Blue Jays. It was a bit of an up and down season for Bloss, looking to see if he can simplify his repertoire, kind of using that four-seam slider, curveball, and changeup really effectively, kind of moving a little bit away from the sweeper and sinker, see if he can come out here and dominate today.
Or the next guy, really, it probably would be Sharp. There's a beautiful high fastball from Bloss and a punch out to end the inning after the leadoff single. 2 strikeouts and a runner caught, stealing a scoreless top of the first for Jake Bloss. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Alan Rodin to the plate. Rodin hits it deep to left field. Going back, Gonzalez gets turned around and it's off the base of the wall. Forfeiting to score. Namala right behind him. 2-run double for Alan Rodin, and the Blue Jays strike first.
A great swing by Rodin. Wind coming in from right field, so it wasn't like this one was blown to right field. This was struck really, really well, and with runners on, this is exactly what the Blue Jays are looking for. Something deep into the outfield. Rodin doesn't try and pull that pitch. He goes with it. You can see the opposite field power. Such an easy setup, easy swing. Got the ball elevated, got the job done.
And then Keys will take inside for a 1-out walk. Jacob Sharp up to the plate. Sharp hits it in the air to left field, moving toward the line. Gonzalez still going back, warning track, and it's off the wall. Coming around third, Keys is going to come in to score. RBI double, Jacob Sharp, and the Blue Jays add to their lead, 3-0. 2 on with 2 out. Arjun Namala getting to hit again.
I mean, it just takes time to mature a little bit.
Namala finds a hole there on a ground ball. Sharp coming around third. Gonzalez up with it. He'll throw back into second. An RBI single for Arjun Namala, his second hit of the day. 4-0 Blue Jays.
Sometimes it may not look really pretty, but if you consistently hit the ball in the barrel, you're going to find hits after hits after hits. Namala does that.
Well, how about this bases loaded spot for one of the best power hitters in the minor leagues since 2021? Only 2 minor leaguers have hit more home runs than Aurelvis Martinez's 103.
Payoff pitch. Outside ball 4. It's an RBI walk for Aurelvis Martinez, and it's 5-0 Toronto.
Good at bat by Aurelvis. So easy to chase and just want to be the man in the moment.
Coffey, an infielder acquired from the Boston Red Sox, along with a couple others in the Danny Jansen deal at the deadline last year. It had a 784 OPS in his 61 games with Greenville. That one's going to fall in, and Coffey's taken off for second base. Throw coming in, and he will slide in with a double. Might have not been your typical booming double off the bat, but pretty good speed and instincts on the base paths from Coffey. It's a hard ground ball, and it's off the hands of the second baseman, Ross, down in right center. Coffey in to score. Brown motoring for second, and a head-first dive to get in there. 6-0 Blue Jays. That one was stung up the middle, and it banked off the infielder into the outfield. So Bischoff trying to work out of a jam. Williams hits it on the ground, and it's off the glove of the second baseman and into the outfield. Coming home to score, Piñango up to third, Paulino. And Peyton Williams delivers to make it 7-0. In a difficult position, only 1 out, and the bases are loaded. It's Paulino on third, Williams on second, Arias on first, Cutter Coffey at the plate, 3-1. High ball 4. It's going to be an RBI walk for Cutter Coffey, and the Blue Jays lead is up to 8. Tibbetts pops it up, middle of the infield, and it's going to fall in the middle of the diamond. 2-run score for the Blue Jays. Both Williams and Arias coming in to score. Cespedes, the first baseman, made the call, although granted, he made it late. No one was really taking charge there. And that comes with the territory of a young infield many of whom have not played together. And now trying to finish it off is another Blue Jays prospect that might be pushing toward the major leagues at some point this season. It's the lefty reliever, Mason Fluharty. Jaime Ferrer is the Twins' last chance in the game. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fluharty gets him, and the Blue Jays have their first ever spring breakout win. They defeat the Minnesota Twins 10-0 with a bunch of standout performances, Caleb.
Great day, great fun. What a game.
The first inning of spring breakout between the Orioles and Yankees. Hit by a pitch from Morphy here, and Spencer Jones is aboard.
I feel like that's about as casual as you could take a 99-mile-an-hour fastball off your arm.
So Morphy will turn to Flores. 1-1, and that's smacked out to the left side. Base hit, the first for the Yankees, and it belongs to Rafael Flores. Jesus Rodriguez. Ground ball with eyes straight back up the middle. The wave around for Spencer Jones as he comes in, and the Yankees' first run, an RBI single for Rodriguez.
Now he's in a bases-loaded jam.
So a casual toss of the bat here for Rumfield as he'll walk in another run, and it's 2-0 New York. And a leadoff base hit for the Orioles. He thinks about 2, but he'll settle for a leadoff single.
I mean, he's one of the faster players in the minor leagues.
And they'll check, and this one gets away. Bradfield's going to get to show that speed.
He's going to be on third.
All the way out to the tarp. Yankees just now coming up with it. He'll get the stop sign, and as you said, Jim, third base with ease.
It's not just stealing bases, it's putting pressure on the pitcher. Carlos LaGrange makes a bad pickoff throw, worrying about keeping Bradfield close, and now he's all the way on third base with nobody out.
This one now over the head of Rafael Flores, and a play at the plate. Bradfield slides. They're going to say safe.
And I think almost any other runner, there are very few players who are going to score on that play with the ball bouncing straight back to the catcher.
2 outs.
I mean, it's pretty simple. If Vince Honeycutt can cut down the strikeouts, he could be a star.
As Honeycutt out towards left center field sends a pair of Yankees back. A diving attempt for Spencer Jones, and no chance. Takes a bounce and comes back in. They're going to send him around, trying to get another run and tie it up, and that's exactly what he'll do. The baby birds generating their own runs. Vance Honeycutt ties it up on a swing.
We were talking about how the wind's blowing out to left, and this ball kept going and going and going. I thought it was going to hop the fence, and it didn't. It clipped the top of the fence, and the thing is, he never stopped running. I thought he might blow out a tire there coming around third. That was just a perfectly placed ball, and he never hesitated. Here's Ben Hess, who was a first-round pick last year.
Little bite back off of Hess here. He tried to recover, and ultimately it fell apart. You wanted the speed, Jim.
He's got to make a perfect play to throw him out. There was no margin for error there.
Bradfield takes off. The pitch comes home. No chance.
If you don't pay attention to him, he will steal third.
Desayo goes the other way. Coming in is Arias to first. But again, they'll advance the runner 90 feet from home. Beavers sneaks it through. Home comes Bradfield, walking almost this time. And the Orioles have their first lead of the evening, 3-2, an RBI single for Beavers. So we've got Chase Alsop here again, his first inning of work. And a walk issued to George Lombard Jr. Spencer Jones puts one out. And a defensive change here. Thomas Sosa's in, loses it in the lights. Yankees go running. They'll get runners at second and third. So Lombard Jr. barrels down. He's 90 feet from home. Jesus Rodriguez, a little bouncer, back up the middle, and the best play here is to go short to first. Brings home the tying run in George Lombard, and we're even at 3. Single walk, and now back-to-back strikeouts of Cole Gabrielson and Jared Wegner. We'll flip the lineup back over, still managing some traffic here, but trying to keep it tied. This one back up, bounces off of the knees of Layton, tries to recover, does not get it in time, safe, and the bases are juiced for the Yankees. And it'll be Jackson Castillo. And this one skips away up from Willems. They're going to go ahead and wave the runner home. Yankees take a 4-3 lead.
Did not get the fortunate bounce the Yankees got early in the game when it came straight back to the plate, and that was an easy opportunity for Josh Moylan to scamper home with the go-ahead run.
DJ Layton gets to lead off the ninth. We're back up off the mound, past a diving infield. Layton finally gets his due, a leadoff single in the ninth.
DJ Layton has plus speed. They're down by 1. You could try to steal here.
Line drive out to right field. It's down and it's fair. Heads goes flying for Austin O'Verne. Helmet is gone for DJ Layton. He's around third and home with these. The throw is cut off. An RBI triple. Austin O'Verne ties it up in the ninth.
I mean, it's an exhibition game, but look how excited the Orioles are. They want to win this. He was a wide receiver at USC before he decided to focus on baseball. But you got to get rid of the helmet and run a little bit quicker. And we've been talking about Enrique Bradfield and his 80 speed and some of these other guys. We've got Austin Overton graded as a 75 runner. He's the guy you want on third base right here.
You have to hear the crowd getting into it. 2 outs for Leandro Arias. 0-2, back up off the glove of Cunningham, past Lombard, and Arias gets a win for the Orioles. No ties to settle this one. A Gatorade bath at first base, and Baltimore walks it off 5-4.
It's the Spring Breakout here on MLB Network. Today from Scottsdale Stadium, the spring training home of the San Francisco Giants. A matchup of the top prospects in the Giants organization against some of the top prospects from the Texas Rangers. Dylan Dreiling, who struck out his first time, lines it into left center. He's got a hit, and it skips by Diaz. Davidson's got to go play it. Ozuna's scored. Here comes Walcott around third, and he'll beat the relay. 2 runs come across for the Rangers. Dreiling ends up at second. It's 2-0 Texas.
Terrific piece of hitting by Dreiling. Didn't try to do too much, just went the other way with it. And then once the ball was misplayed by Diaz, Walcott was on his horse.
And he wasn't. Lisbel Diaz loops one into shallow center. Coming on is Gutierrez. And a headlong dive to make a spectacular catch. Anthony Gutierrez, as the Rangers continue to flash the leather here tonight in Scottsdale. Moore rips one out to right. It's going to sail over the head of Tibbs and off the bottom of the wall. Loud contact from Malcolm Moore, and he's got a sliding double here to begin this top of the 5th inning.
That's why he was a first-round pick right there. Keeps his hands back, quick through the zone, turned on an inside pitch and just drilled it to right.
As that one grounded past the diving Christian into right field. Gutierrez with a hit that'll knock in a run. The throw from Tibbs gets cut off, and now they've got the trail runner. Gutierrez in a rundown. He escapes with a nifty dive back into first, and a second run will score on the play as Castillo comes across. The Giants don't get anyone there, and it's 4-0 Rangers. Adrian Sugasti now will hit, the Giants catcher. Here's a drive out to deep right. It's going to sail over the head of Ozuna and up against the wall. Diaz to third. He's being waved home. Diaz headed plateward, and he'll dive across with the Giants' first run of the night. No relay attempted. Adrian Sugasti with the RBI double. Giants are on the board. It's 5-1. Here's another one of those bright young hitting prospects. He was an A-ball last year, James Tibbs III. They're going to get back in it, and Tibbs with a base hit into center field. So James Tibbs III comes through. Sugasti trots home, and it's a 5-2 game. So the tying runs are now on for the Giants. And Diego Velasquez, and the 2-0 is lined into center field. It is a base hit. 1 run is going to score on the play as Perez comes across. Runners had to freeze there to make sure that was going to drop. And that's Diego Velasquez's game right there. It's now 5-3. Ceballos won a big league spring game for the Giants just this past weekend. A 9th inning home run over at Sloan Park against the Cubs. 2-2 is hit out to deep center. Santana on the move going back, and it's over his head and up against the wall. Ortiz scores. Arias will score the tying run. Velasquez to third. It is 5-5 here in the 8th. 2 on, 2 out, tie game. And Velasquez with a bounding ball to third. Fielding it Freeman. He'll go the short way to second. And the force out there on Arias. So the Giants threaten in the bottom of the 9th. But they come up a little bit short. Entertaining spring breakout game is going to end in a tie, 5-5.
Cubs prospect Cade Horton. This guy, he has a filthy mix, Lance.
Yeah, the pitch to key in on here is the sliders. It dominates righties. This is the reason they drafted him.
Nice, good pitch.
Dirty pitch right there. Nips the outside corner of the plate, and that was by design. He pounds him in, and then goes slightly away. That ball hit well, almost found a gap. Felix Stevens gets that one in. However, the run will cross, and just like that, the Cubs, they're in a 1-0 hole. Top of the first, 1 out.
Yeah, the one thing with Cade you could kind of critique is fastball shape. I mentioned he cuts it. That's not a barrel right there, but that's a hard hit ball. I know he's probably trying to clean up some of the fastball location lefties. Caden Dana is probably the best pitching prospect in the Angels organization.
From Moises Ballesteros. Ballesteros, the number 4 prospect in the Cubs organization. Really going to try to tap into the ability to push the envelope, take that next base, go station to station. And when you're able to steal bases like that, all that results in is runs. Big Mo, safe at second.
Let's go, Mo.
RBI in the process. That's what you want to see.
The bat is what's going to get him in the lineup. The defense is what will keep him in the lineup.
And I love him hustling there around third base. A little misplay by the right fielder. Let's go. That was awesome.
Kevin Alcantara, 278 so far in Cactus League play. And if there's a lot of optimism that surrounds big Moises Ballesteros, there's even more with Kevin Alcantara. That ball hit well up to left and up and away. He is touching all 4 bags, a 2-run pump, and the Cubs, just like that, Lance, they're out 3-1.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Kevin is the man. Bat speed is off the charts with him. I think it was a fastball, a little miss by Dana there. He took advantage of it.
And this young man, as long and lean as he is, he has that next level light tower power. Bottom of the third, still a 4-1 lead for these Chicago Cubs.
That's good contact.
Unbelievable. That is what you want to see. Station to station baseball. Get him on, get him over, get him in. Run will score. It's now a 5-1 affair. Cubs out in front, and they have the pedal firmly down to the metal, at least.
Like all these hitters are going for it. That's down and away, and what does he do? He just goes with it. I mean, this is a guy who has power, a lot of pop. He's big, so to see him go down and get it and not try to pull that, that's a good piece of hitting.
Randy DeJesus trying to overcome this 4-run deficit. Top of the 5th, 1 out. Will Sanders puts that one right across the heart of the plate, and DeJesus deposits that into left center field. It's a souvenir for a fan, and that makes it a 3-run ball game, a 5-2. That ball absolutely drilled, at least.
That was a breaking ball that just caught too much of the plate. I mean, it was pretty much center.
If you watch Mo there, like gloves out of third, as Lisa said, it just caught too much of the plate. He's just leaking that arm side back.
Our guest right here on the broadcast, Cubs catcher Moises Ballesteros. Big Mo, what did your offseason routine look like? How were you able to maybe take the uniform size down a few ticks?
Time. I watched the homer.
Oof, yeah, that ball absolutely drilled. Ethan Hearn.
Oh, yeah.
Getting all of that one. I know you like to see that, Mo.
Boy, Henry! Yes. Nah, I mean, it's trying working my body in my off-season. It's like looks more strong, looks more shape. So I kind of try to my best time to here in the off-season.
Ariel Armas back there behind the dish now for the Cubs. That ball by Ariel Armas charged up, and that one, well, it's not going to be held by Sloan Park. An absolute scrum with everyone out there trying to get themselves a souvenir, and oh, that ball absolutely hammered. Always what you want to see when these young guys are able to go in the spring breakout game and break out, and there it goes. No undershirt required, channeling his inner Jim Riggleman. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Jack Neely dealing to David Mershon.
There it is.
There it is. Jack Neely putting this one in the books. What more could you ask for? An 8-3 final. And this team, from the very beginning, they came out, they swung the bats, they were active on the base paths, and the final score, it lends to that at least.
And already a great matchup to start. Max Clark, 3rd overall pick a couple of years ago, facing Braves first rounder from 2022. I'd say he's amped up. Coming in from the left, it'll be Owen Carey making the play, calling off John Heel.
And a lot of fun for us to switch gears and see some different players. 3-1, hot shot up the middle, base it into center field. Hitting the bag at third, McCabe, he's going to come in and score. And the base hit by Compton ties the game, 1 apiece here in the 2nd inning.
The ball was hammered, staying up in the middle of the field with a runner in scoring position. That's the way you do it right there, young man.
Back to the top of the order to Max Clark. 2-0, lifted in the air to left field. That may hang up. No, diving attempt by Owen Carey, and it shoots off of his arm and ricochets over to center field on a diving attempt. Now that'll be a double by Clark. And the base hit by McGonigal puts him in the corners with a 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And he lifts one in the air lazily to left center field. Guanipa over to his right. This will be deep enough to drive in Clark. Catch is made in left center field. That'll make it 2-1 Tigers on the sac fly by Lorenzo. So he kept the ball off the ground, got it into the air, and gives the Tigers the lead again.
Waddell was in the Braves' top 30 prospects a year ago. And he whistles a liner into center field. That's down for a base hit, and Heel. Late stop at second. They throw behind him, and Heel is out. Max Clark fires it back into friend Yerber Montilla. We talked about the plus arm there for Max Clark.
Tigers 2, Braves 1, top of the fourth. Rayner hits a fly ball to left field. Owen Carey going to drift back, still drifting back. It's up into the breeze at the wall, and it's out of his reach off the wall. Around third base and scoring will be Briseño. It's about the longest single you could imagine from the bat of Bryce Rayner as it hit off the wall on the fly.
Now he's going to face Max Clark, the number 6 prospect in all of baseball, already with a double to left center earlier. Bases loaded for Max Clark. Sends one high in the air, shallow center. Guanipa coming over. It'll be the right fielder Rodriguez who makes the catch. Tagging from third. Here comes Campos, and he will score on the sac fly from Clark. Tigers up 4-1 in the spring breakout.
Top of the 5th inning. It's a 4-1 lead for the Tigers. And leading it off now is Tyrone Lorenzo.
And a liner ripped into right. That'll land fair onto the warning track Rodriguez. And Lorenzo is going to have a sliding double to begin the 5th. Tough draw as well for the Braves prospects facing the Tigers' #1 farm system in baseball, and Lorenzo's a big part of that. And now Bryce Rayner, but you're looking at the 11th overall pick in last year's draft. And the 2-0 is laced into center field. Scoring is Lorenzo. Here comes Lee, and it's a 2-run single for Bryce Rayner.
We have seen it in this game with some of these young hitters and their willingness to go the other way. Think about the middle of the field, and Rayner does exactly that.
Braves will bring in their 12th ranked prospect. Manager Terry Pendleton called him the silent assassin. That's Didier Fuentes.
It'll be swung on and missed as he went upstairs with a fastball indeed.
All that tall. It's a swing and a miss and retires. Miller fan, a good slider there from Fuentes. 1-2. He got him. Biting slider from Didier Fuentes. 3 strikeouts in a scoreless 7th for Fuentes. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Now Geary caught looking at a secondary offering there from Fuentes. And he's retired. Didier Fuentes, 2 scoreless innings, 5 strikeouts. No, I appreciate it, CJ. This has been a very fun week and a half for me as Hao Yu Lee strikes out, 2 away.
And he's absolutely answered the bell in this game. Yep.
Strike 3 called. Why not mix in a strikeout looking as well? And a leadoff walk to Conley here in the bottom of the 9th. 2-1 is stroked in the air to right field, and that'll land over the head of Campos, up against the wall, and racing home to score, Cal Conley. It's an RBI double for Will Verdung, and the Braves cut it to 6-3. Look at the Braves farm system. It's the 1-1 is slapped in the air to right. Campos has it measured and secured, and that will wrap up the spring breakout game here at Cool Today Park. Tigers take it 6-3.
Mets and Nationals, the top prospects set to get underway for the 2nd annual spring breakout.
A little breezy in West Palm, but nice and warm.
Is the highlight of the game because he was the fastest riser in the Mets system a year ago. And I know based on his season, the people in the organization that matter are very intrigued by this arm. So he walks TJ White on 4 straight pitches. The Nationals have runners at first and second. 160 strikeouts last season for Jonah Tong. And there's his first one of the day. Catches Loma Vida looking. Strike 3 to get out of a jam. We're through 1, still scoreless.
Yeah, right now everything looks like an overmatch for the Mets hitters against Clemmy.
Yeah,
he's dealing right now.
As long as he can find the zone. I mean, the only balls put in play were 2 pop-ups. Everything else has been a swing and a miss.
4 straight strikeouts for Clemmy. Mets go down 1-2-3 in the 2nd. Alex Clemmy back out for a 3rd inning of work for the Nationals. He faces Boston Barrow to lead off the 3rd and goes the opposite way here. And let's see if that power is enough. It is enough to get out. So Boston Barrow, we talk about adding the weight to get some more power. Works out in the spring breakout game. It's 1-0 Mets.
So the bases are loaded now. Now the inning getting a little bit long here for Kent.
Nick Morabito now up for the third time today. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Everyone in motion. Morabito slices one into right field. That'll dunk in for a base hit, and that'll score a pair.
And they take a 3-0 lead here in the fourth. Back to the mound now here is Jackson Kent, who was unable to get out of the fourth inning, but will retake the mound here in the fifth.
We saw in the first inning Jet Williams get on base and steal second. When Jet Williams gets on base, you might as well consider it a double. Let's see if he goes here with Ryan Clifford up. And that one is driven deep to center field. You can kiss it goodbye. Ryan Clifford, a bomb to straightaway center, and the Mets have a 5-0 lead.
Down the road, I could see 25, 30 home runs hitting in the middle of an order for Ryan Clifford.
I mean, that ball was crushed. That ball was absolutely torched.
Got a new backstop now. Sir Jamison Jones. He is an imposing presence. Everything you hear about the guy as a human being is first class, drafted out of high school. And we'll get our first glimpse of him in game action here in this spring breakout matchup. Runner goes. Sir Jamison Jones actually throws behind the runner who shut it down. And what an arm from the big catcher. Right on the money to cut him down.
One of the things we heard right after the draft, huge arm from the kid, but watch him use his eyes. Huge jump, and how many times have we seen just a catcher come up and right away to second base because they see it corner of their eye? Use your eyes. Make the adjustment. Nice job right there by Sir Jamison.
Here's Ryan Lambert.
He was the 8th round pick in the 2024 draft out of Oklahoma University. This is one of the biggest power relief arms in the system.
Fastball in there, and Cox knew it. So Cox down on strikes, and here's Elijah Green. That's still looking for that one big hit in this breakout game. Instead, Green stays patient. Non-competitive pitch there on 3-2.
The bases are loaded for T.J. White. One big swing makes it a 1-run game. An 0-1 count. The pitch swung on, hit in the air to right field, but not deep enough. Coming over is the right fielder Juan. He makes the catch. Tagging from third is Diaz coming down the line to score.
So the Nationals get on the board here with the T.J. White sac fly.
2 on, 2 outs. The 2-2 blew it by him. So there's that good fastball from Lambert to get out of further trouble. The Nationals score 1, but it's still 5-1 through 7 Mets.
We're heading for the 8th inning of the spring breakout game. Joel Tejeda worked the 7th inning in relief for the Nationals. He's back for the 8th.
As he issues a leadoff walk here.
Here's Trey Snyder. Came on to play second base a couple innings ago.
Tejada uses that two-seamer to get a round ball to short. Look at Seaver King flip it with the glove. And pretty on that 6-4-3.
2 first-rounders right there, Seaver King and Luke Dickerson.
So 2 scoreless innings out of the bullpen for Joel Tejeda. Strike 3 called.
We've played 7.5 innings in this breakout game, and apparently that's all we're going to play. They're wheeling out the tarp at the Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches. Frankly, we accomplished during this ball game what both sides wanted. You give these young guys a chance to play on a bigger stage, give them a chance to impress the front office staffs and coaching staffs, and get everybody off the field healthy.
The White Sox and Rockies have sent some of their best minor league talent to play against one another in the final day of breakout games around the Cactus and Grapefruit Leagues. And Smith, a first-round pick of the White Sox last season, 5 overall out of Arkansas. And if you're dialed into the prospects, you've probably seen, his numbers in college. Hagan was just preposterous. So 1 on and a 1 out. He'll work with a runner on. First pitch swinging. Ground ball to short. Over to second. And a double play ball. That's Montgomery to Bergola. Hagan Smith rolls 2, gets out of the first. Gabriel Hughes, the starter for the Rockies. You see his numbers there. Tommy John surgery interrupted his rise through the system. Hydra tips one into the mid. And down on strikes. Kyle Till DHing. We're going to be the first man aboard for the Sox. And it'll be Gabriel Hughes with the last lap there and a strikeout. And the Rockies have a runner in scoring position. Smith on a 3-2 breaks off a nasty breaking ball. Another strikeout for Hagan Smith. And the Sox have a base runner here in the second as Caro reaches. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Here's Colson Montgomery up for the first time. It surprised some when Colson Montgomery was sent back to minor league camp just a couple of days ago.
As a manager, this is a guy that you see long-term value, right? You want to make sure he has that success at AAA to build that confidence up.
Beaten as he rolls a grounder to second. That's a nice play by Adiel Amador to get it started. A 4-6-3 twin killing. Pitchers have had the upper hand so far today. Edgar Caro up for the second time. As you see Carroll flay one down the line and left. Bergola's going to hit third. That's a double. Carroll through a shaded infield gives the White Sox their first big scoring opportunity of the day. An extra base hit gives the Sox runners at second and third with 2 out. And a big opportunity for Colson Montgomery, who made a highlight reel play at short just a little while ago. Took a strike 3 at the knees. So the Sox have a scoring chance turned aside, and we head to the 5th. So Gowans gets a needed second out. Ritter flies to center. As this ball from Betancourt is blistered to center, and Braden Montgomery makes a diving catch to end the inning. Some defense on display from the White Sox youngsters. We've hit the 6th. Still no score in the breakout game here at Camelback Ranch. And Riley Gowans working a second inning. Cole Carey. Might be a minute before he gets to the bigs, but lashes one out to right. Wilfred Veras back. He'll have to play it off the wall. And a leadoff double for the Rockies for a second straight inning. That's Cole Carey on second. Ariel Amador with a high fly ball out to right, and that is over the head of Veras for a 2-run shot off Riley Gowans. So the Rockies strike first with a 2-run homer from Amador, the second baseman and 7th-ranked prospect for the Rockies in their top 30. Sox backstop Edgar Carroll with runners at first and third. Chance for the Sox to score here. Under one and into right. Twisting toward the line, Bergola will tag. The throw is off, the slide is in time, and the White Sox have cut into this 2-0 lead.
He makes it look easy, doesn't he?
He flies. Gene Watson, assistant general manager, hanging out with us here in the 8th. Gene, thanks so much for stopping by.
Good to see you both.
You know, I want to go back to a player that you mentioned in Chase Mydroth here.
When you have conversations with him, it's always about improving. It's about what he can do better today to be a good baseball player.
High fly to right, off the top of the wall, so the Rockies will get at least one more. Sox will scoop it up and haul it in. It's Gonzalez to pull it in on the relay. And into third goes Kyle Karros, son of a big leaguer. And the Sox are down to their last out. Sox need to get a base runner on.
Oh, that ball is crushed.
Gonzalez hits one high, deep into the gap. But it'll be surrounded there and hauled in for the final out of the ball game. Fun game to watch a lot of the future and promising players. You saw it all on display this afternoon.
And here is Jacob Mizorowski. The Brewers know they have an electric arm here. Quick danger here for Mizorowski. Sal Stewart, the batter. Line to center. Laura on the move over his head and will go to the wall. 2 runs will score. Stewart thinking 3. Relay from Pratt. Triple for Sal Stewart, and it's 2-0 Reds in the first.
Tried to sneak a breaking ball by him, and Stewart was ready for it. Knows that he's got enough strength to get it over Lara's head, and then it was off to the races.
Swing and a miss, elevated heater. 98 from Mizorowski for his first K.
98 up in the zone with that kind of carry. You can pitch yourself out of jams in a heartbeat.
Adam Serwanowski, 2-pitch mix, but yet the Reds are very confident that he can develop. Luke Adams, third baseman today. In the shallow right, it'll be caught by Rodriguez. Here comes Pratt, throw up the line, safe! Brewers on the board. Laura stayed at second, sacrifice fly for Adams.
Nice job by Adams going the other way. Dunno just couldn't make it back in time to sweep and get a tag down.
Impressive by Pratt to still pop-up slide at the plate. Alcazar to third. Back to the top of the order, and Edwin Arroyo. Arroyo into the gap in right center. This will get the run home. Let's see Arroyo run. All the way to the wall. The helmet's off. Arroyo to third. The relay from Made. It's a stand-up triple. 3-1 Reds here in the second.
And this is what Edwin Arroyo can do. First, fastball too much of the plate, barrels it up to right center, and then he is off and running, hair flowing, pulls into third with a stand-up triple.
So the bases loaded, only 1 out. Leo Balcazar, he's up there to swing. That's his MO. Balcazar back up the middle, a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Duno. It's bobbled in center. 2 runs will score. Reds add on. It's 5-1 here in the third. Balcazar, a 2-run single.
Outstanding job by Balcazar here, not trying to do too much. Takes the ball right back up the middle. When he's at his best, it's line drives, it's loud contact like that.
Not out of the woods yet. O'Donnell, the batter. Runner goes. Rocket down the right field line. That's a fair ball and into the corner. 2 runs will come in to score. Do we have another triple for the Reds? Stand up to third. They came here swinging, and O'Donnell adds his name. 3rd triple of the day for Cincinnati. It's 7-1.
See why the Reds are so excited for Ethan O'Donnell and what he can do. Went down and got it. Just absolutely crushed it down the right field line.
Ahead of Lewis, 0-2. A fastball back up the middle. A base hit for Lewis. Another run for the Reds. O'Donnell scores 8-1 Cincinnati.
Nice piece of hitting by the young Lewis. 97 up that he turned around back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting.
Jesus Mate will lead things off for the Brewers. You talk to some folks within the Brewers organization about Jesus Mate. Everyone puts a smile on their face. On the hands for Mate. A jumping, dropping catch. It's safe. And Mate will be aboard. Oh, for a moment, Balcazar was going to make a highlight reel play. The base hit from Made. Not afraid to run. Hit and run was on. Made thrown out. Duno got him. There's that plus arm that you were talking about earlier for Duno.
Just a quick release, and you couldn't run out and place the ball any better.
Talented catcher the Reds have. 2 men aboard and 2 outs for Yoferi Rodriguez. Minor league extra a handful of times this spring for Milwaukee. Yoferi the other way. Lara will come around to score. Adams will stop at second. An RBI single for Rodriguez. Brewers get one back. It's 8-2.
It's a really nice, simple piece of hitting by Rodriguez. Even with all that swagger and the bat waggle, he's still, when the pitch comes in, and quick through the zone right back the other way.
Jose Anderson, another Dominican League all-star in the Brewers complex. Anderson to deep left field. At the track, at the wall. It's gone. Jose Anderson. A 2-run shot. Brewers get 2 back. It's 8-4 in the 4th. Just enough. Deep left center field.
He got a late add to the lineup and immediately pays dividends, but guy that put up really good numbers in the DSL last year.
One more prospect to talk about. It's the man on the mound, Big Sugar. Zach Maxwell will bring things home in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Reds. Got him swinging, and the Reds take the spring breakout game. Maxwell with the celebration gladiator. Fun day for the Reds prospects. 9 runs, a lot of them early.